Summer 1944. Germany was suffering mounting defeats on the Eastern Front. The Red Army had entered pre-war Poland. The underground state made the difficult decision to launch the Warsaw Uprising. The idea was to show the Soviets who was in charge and thus preserve sovereignty after the war. In fact, it was a battle aimed directly, militarily, at the Germans. But on a deeper level, it was about political hedging against the one who had been the aggressor before and was now entering the land of Poland as an ally of our allies. Although the first shots had already been fired, the uprising officially broke out at 5 p.m. on the 1st of August, now known as W Hour. The Germans had a huge advantage in training and weaponry, but the Poles managed to fight them on equal terms. That's why the uprising lasted for 63 days instead of just several. For a long time, the Warsaw Uprising was not fully known in the West, where it was the story of the Jewish ghetto uprising which took hold. The uprising was salt in the eyes of the Germans. Hitler needed a spectacular victory for propaganda purposes. The Polish capital was to be razed to the ground. The Germans slaughtered some 200,000 civilians. Erich von den Bach-Zelewski and Oskar Dirlewanger were the criminals directly responsible for the destruction of the capital. I worked with the Germans for a very long time, almost 20 years. I remember conversations with Germans about the Warsaw Uprising. They did not quite understand the Warsaw Uprising. They did not know much about it. The wounds inflicted by the German criminals have not healed to this day. The cessation of hostilities agreement was signed in Warsaw on the 2nd of October 1944 by Colonel Kazimierz Iranek Osmecki and Lieutenant Colonel Zygmunt Dobrowolski of the Home Army. The rebels and civilians were sent to a transitory camp in Pruszków. However, years later, the insurgents' idea prevailed and Poland is once again a sovereign state. The Warsaw Uprising is the moral foundation, the moral basis of our independence. Yes, the independence of today. Time is passing relentlessly. Every year there are fewer and fewer insurgents among us. Just today, the oldest participant in the uprising, Barbara Sowa, pseudonym Basha, died. Young people are showing that they have not forgotten their heroes and are organising to help them. Yes, on a daily basis, about 60 former insurgents in Warsaw receive rehabilitation, lunches and care from us. But we also respond to emergencies. We have applications. There are veterans all over Poland. Freedom is not given once and for all. In the face of Russian imperialism, the spectre of war is a real threat today. No one will give us freedom. Freedom must be fought for. Freedom must be won and freedom must be preserved. The heroes of the Warsaw Uprising will forever remain in our memory. Today, once again, the Warsaw Uprising marched through the streets of the capital at W Hour. People from all over Poland came together to sing patriotic songs. This is how true national unity is built. Paweł Błoch, TV Republika.